The votes are in, and sports won. So the sports manga I'll be recommending is In Another World Where Baseball is War, a high school ace player will save a weak nation, or its somehow even longer Japanese title.
野球で戦争する異世界で超高校級エースがジャンセイ高校を卒業するようです。
Here we meet our ace, Toko Natsutaichi, who's in a meeting with God, because while God was on the shitter, Toko got froggered. But Toko is unconvinced the person in front of him is actually God. So God decides to bring up how Toko first choked the chicken to a model's back, and how when his dick popped through his foreskin like a turtle head, he thought it was not normal, so he cried himself to sleep. Toko says, okay, he's God. Damn, putting all his business in the air right now. God asks Toko, is he okay with dying like Crossy Roads? Toko says, hell no, as he still hasn't done a thing for his mom or Gramps. But since he's dead, can't really do anything about that now, can he? God says it's not GG's just yet, buckaroo, as he can bring Toko back to life because he's fucking God. However, he'll be sending Toko to another world called Gallia, a world where everyone was beefing with each other so hard for so long that 30 years ago, God said, okay, that's enough, and taught them baseball to solve their problems. So, if your nation sucks at baseball, a la the LA Angels, you're deep fried. And speaking of LA Angels, God will be condemning Shohei Ohtani Light to the Los Angeles Angels to save them. And once he saves them, he'll bring them back to life. Toko agrees to these terms, as he'll carry this sorry-ass nation to victory. God's glad to hear this, as he sends Toko off to his new world. Toko is woken up by a fairy as they startle each other. She then introduces herself as the Angels manager, Marin, and is wondering if he's Toko because God told her that the goat would be showing up. Toko says, yeah, that sounds like him. Marin's glad as she heard he's really good at baseball and to please save them. Toko says not to worry, as he'll carry their sorry asses, but baseball is a team sport, so if she could show him the baggage he'll have to carry, that'll be great. She agrees, as we see the Angels currently in a territories match against Wolfsmud, and we see their current ace, Crush, get team absolutely fucking crushed. And Toko is wondering, why is she only throwing fastballs? Why not throw some curveballs as well? Marin looks at Toko confused and asks, curveballs? Oh, he must mean those magic balls. A weak nation like them can't do that, but the Wolfsmud ace can. It then clicks for Toko that a backpack's not gonna cut it. He's gonna need a double XL suitcase for this. But he's the pitcher, so there's no need to worry about that. But the other positions are women, kids, old folks, and a dog? Toko wonders, do they perhaps have any young-blooded testosterone bursting through the seams folks around? Marin explains, this is the best they got, as everyone else got enslaved, as everything in this world is resolved with baseball, including territories and people. And for a nation as weak as they are, they can only wager themselves. Marin begs Toko to save them. Toko watches as their ace is sorry. She's fucking trash. She's getting her shit rocked. My God, they're losing 47-0. They're sorry. Everybody on his fucking team is sorry. Even after acknowledging how sorry everyone is, Toko says it can't be helped, as he'll just have to bring his heavy-duty triple XL suitcase. Marin thanks Toko. Toko is so excited to turn all these bums into something just competent. The game's now over, and after losing by a score that would have made me turn the entire console off, we see Crush, exhausted, as Nina comes to give Crush a towel and compliment her. On what? On how she only gave up 47 runs and not like 90? Dog, her ERA gotta be like 450.8. But Crush is frustrated as she still couldn't do a thing. Girl, have you thought about changing up your strategy just a bit? With this loss, they lost the mountain, so the winter's going to be tough. Crush starts breaking down when Marin brings Toko to meet the team. Toko then introduces himself and declares that he's now in charge of this dumpster fire, and if they follow his instructions, they won't be so sorry, because right now they're all just sorry. When then Wolfsmud comes over to start talking that good shit about how inferior and weak the human race is, and oh, what's this? Is this my horniness radar going off? As one of the wolves asks, why doesn't Crush come over to their team? As they'll take real good care of her. So I just want to get this straight. Humans are incompetent, slow, weak, and dull, but still good enough to smash, huh? I see. The power of horny is strong with this one. Toko had enough from a dog that's just all bark. When Marin says to apologize because calling them a dog is the worst insult to them, Toko says, I don't give a fuck, Keisha. Toko says, give them 7 days and they'll beat the fleas off them. And as the wolf's about to swing, the ace wolf says to stop. They don't want to receive a penalty and they'll give them a rematch since he was just talking all that good shit a second ago. And they better win, because if not, the price for insulting them will be all their booties. Nina asks, what the hell was that? Crush then interjects yelling, what in the whole fuck is he doing? And who the hell does he think he is to do that shit? As she's the leader here. Toko then suggests, why don't they have a little match? Whoever strikes out first loses. And if he wins, he's the captain now. And if she wins, he'll follow her orders. Crush agrees to the match. Toko's up first to bat and Crush pitching. And my God, she's got a wagon. In all my manga reading career, I've dreamed of days like this, where our Asian brothers and sisters finally do the wagon justice. Now Crush up and ready to go. Marin explains the rules one more time so that no one can bitch or complain after they get their muffin cap peeled. Crush throws the first pitch and gets her shit sent straight to another manga. Everyone's like, ah. But now Toko's up to pitch. Crush up to bat as Crush says that she's just tired from the match earlier. Toko says, you right. So how about I make it fair for your scrub ass? Instead of me having to strike your sorry ass out once, I'll have to do it 12 times. Crush says to not disrespect her as she don't need a goddamn handicap. Crush fully caked up is ready to hit and Toko winds up the pitch and unloads a fucking missile. It's fucking over. Call the match, ref. Crush does not stand a snowball's chance in hell. Everyone but Toko is in shock as Toko reminds Marin to call the strike. And at this moment, Crush knew she fucked up. Toko winds up another pitch and launches it straight for Crush. She then moves to get out of the way, and that shit breaks harder than the internet than that one time Kim Kardashian uploaded that one picture. And my God, it wasn't cake that wagon was carrying, it was an entire bakery. Crush gets up asking, the hell is wrong with him? Marin then breaks the news to Crush that was a strike. Crush says, pardon me, Ed boy. What? Marin says, yeah, that was a strike. Crush says, there's just no way. The fucker knows the magic ball too? She then looks at Toko, who's got his chef outfit on as he's cooking her sorry ass. Toko then loads up for the fatality. Crush is realizing that she's made better decisions than accepting Toko's challenge. And strike 3, fatality. Toko wins. Toko walks over to Crush and says, even though she's sorry, and this whole fucking nation is sorry, like really, really sorry, he'll carry them to victory. Crush agrees as she just got smoked and lost the bet after all. And that was In Another World Where Baseball is War. A high school ace player will save the weak nation. The first chapter, at least, I hope you enjoyed that one. I enjoyed this one. It has, I think it's like 29, 30 chapters, something like that, somewhere in this range. It's sports. So if you like sports in real life, it's essentially just an anime with sports. So, you know, you get all the adrenaline pumping that you get in real life sports. And you get your anime bullshit that comes in, you know, where like a fucking curveball breaks a solid 180 degrees, which is just not happening. Like, that shit's not dropping just a fucking straight down line. That's not happening. But no, I do enjoy this one. So I did mention a lot that Crush is caked up, which is very true. I just want to make a quick comment on that one. In my personal defense, as someone who's read borderline thousands of manga, typically I've never seen them consistently have a character caked up for like series, and like in chapter 30 it's like still consistent. And I would just like to give them a round of applause, because I always figured Japan was more of a titty nation, and it brings a tear to my eye knowing that there's one soul out there who believes in the cake nation, and I just want them to know it's appreciated, because every now and then you know, will be inconsistent. We're like, oh, she got cake, and then like you'll see her in the background and panel, and that shit just looks like that shit is a fucking frying pan. There, shit back there. Crush never happens. Consistent. We're consistently cheeked up out here in these streets. Why the fuck did I bring it up? There's no reason, man. I'm not gonna hold you hostage here like I did the previous times. If you made it this far, pat yourself on the back. Great job. Yeah, no, I think this is good. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of you recommended it, or not. No, fuck. No, a lot of you wanted it, so I recommended it. There we go. Got him. Any other breaking news by me? Anything at all? No, nothing at all. Congratulations, you get your shortest outro in fucking years. Anyway, I am gone. Hee hee.